8 things you must avoid when living alone after 80 to stay safe, healthy and independent. If you're over 80 and living alone and you've been making these critical mistakes, you could be putting yourself at serious risk without even knowing it. Last year alone, over 36,000 seniors lost their independence due to preventable accidents and health declines. But here's what's shocking. Most of these tragedies could have been avoided if they had simply known what not to do. If you're experiencing frequent dizziness, avoiding physical activity, Oregon. Dismissing symptoms as just getting old, this video could literally save your life. Stay with me because what I'm about to share might be the most important information you'll ever hear about protecting your independence after 80. Today I'm going to reveal 8 critical mistakes that could cost you your independence, your health, or even worse. I'll show you the hidden dangers lurking in your daily routine, the simple changes that could save your life, and the one shocking truth at the end that most people over 80 get completely wrong, and it's probably not what you think. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to spot the warning signs your body is sending you, how to make your home safer in just one afternoon, and the surprising mistake that's actually more dangerous than living alone itself. I'll also share the simple 5-minute daily habit that can add years to your independence. How many of these dangerous mistakes do you think you're making right now? Drop your honest guess in the comments below. No judgment here, we're all learning together. Whether you're 80, 85, Oregon, 95, Oregon. You have a loved one living alone, this information could be life-changing. These aren't just suggestions. They're proven strategies that have helped thousands of seniors stay in their own homes longer, healthier and happier. So grab a notepad because you're going to want to remember every single one of these. Let's dive into mistake number 1. 1. Never ignore your body's warning signals. The silent danger of dismissing minor symptoms. Ruth was 82 when she started feeling dizzy every morning. It's just my age, she told herself, brushing it off like so many of us do. 3 weeks later, she collapsed in her kitchen and spent 2 months in the hospital. The tragic part? Her dizziness was a warning sign of dangerously low blood pressure, completely treatable if caught early. Here's the truth that no one talks about. Your body at 80 is incredibly wise. Every ache, every unusual feeling, every change in your routine is your body's way of protecting you. But somewhere along the way, we've been taught to expect decline, to accept discomfort as inevitable. This mindset is literally killing people. Never ignore these warning signals. Sudden dizziness or balance problems, chest tightness or unusual fatigue, changes in your sleep patterns, persistent digestive issues, Oregon, any pain that's new or getting worse. Your body isn't betraying you, it's trying to save you. Here's a simple test you can do right now. Stand up slowly from your chair. If you feel dizzy or unsteady, sit back down and make a note to discuss this with your doctor. This could indicate blood pressure issues, dehydration, Oregon medication side effects. All completely manageable with proper care. I want you to write this down. I will not dismiss my symptoms as just getting old. You've earned the right to feel good in your golden years. Every single day should be comfortable and energetic. When something feels off, it usually is. What symptoms have you been ignoring lately? Be honest in the comments below. Your experience might help someone else recognize their own warning signs. But the next mistake is even more dangerous because it's happening in every home across America, and most people have no idea they're living in a danger zone. Carl loved his 2-story home where he'd raised his family for 40 years. At 84, he knew every creaky floorboard and dim corner. That familiarity nearly killed him. One evening, he missed the last step on his basement stairs. The same stairs he'd walked thousands of times. The fall broke his hip and changed his life forever. Here's what Carl didn't realize. The home that was perfectly safe when he was 60 had become a hazard zone by 80. His night vision had changed. His balance wasn't what it used to be, and that loose rug he'd been meaning to fix had become a death trap. Your home needs to age with you, not against you. Every year after 80, you should do a safety walkthrough like your life depends on it. Because it does. Start with lighting. Add motion sensor lights in hallways, bathrooms and near stairs. Replace those 60-watt bulbs with 100-watt LED bulbs. Your eyes need more light now, not less. Install grab bars in the shower even if you feel silly about it. Get a shower chair. Sitting whilst washing isn't giving up, it's being smart. Remove every throw rug that isn't secured with non-slip backing. I don't care how beautiful your grandmother's rug is. It's not worth a broken bone. Keep frequently used items between waist and shoulder height. If you're climbing on chairs or bending to floor level regularly, you're setting yourself up for disaster. Check your stairs monthly. Tighten loose railings, add reflective tape to step edges, and consider a second railing if possible. Keep a torch by your bed and in every room. Power outages, don't wait for convenient times. The bathroom is your highest risk room. Install a raised toilet seat, use a long-handled shoehorn, and never ever get in the tub without grab bars. These modifications cost less than one emergency room visit. What's the most dangerous spot in your home right now? Tell us in the comments below. Let's help each other stay safe. The third mistake might shock you, because it's something you probably do every single day thinking you're protecting yourself. Diane was sharp as a tack at 81. She could remember every grandchild's birthday and solve crossword puzzles in ink, but after her husband passed, she stopped reading, quit her book club, and spent her days watching television. Within 6 months, her family noticed alarming changes. She struggled to remember conversations, got confused about dates, and seemed to lose her spark entirely. What happened to Diane happens to millions of seniors every year. She fell into the mental trap of thinking that rest and relaxation were what her brain needed. But here's the scientific truth. Your brain is like a muscle. Stop using it and it starts dying. The use it or lose it principle isn't just a saying, it's neuroscience. Every time you learn something new, solve a problem, engage in meaningful conversation, you're literally building new neural pathways. Stop challenging your brain, and those pathways begin to disappear. But forget about crossword puzzles and word searches. Your brain craves variety. Try learning a new language using free apps like Duolingo. Take up painting, even if you think you have no talent. Write your life stories for your grandchildren. Start a small garden and learn about new plants. Technology isn't your enemy, it's your brain's best friend. Video. Call your family regularly. Join online communities for your hobbies. Stream documentaries about topics that fascinate you. Yes, it might feel overwhelming at first, but every small step builds confidence and mental strength. Social interaction is brain food. Join a senior centre, volunteer at local charities. Simply strike up conversations with neighbours. Isolation doesn't just make you lonely, it literally shrinks your brain. Here's your daily brain challenge. Do one thing every single day that makes you think. Read an article about something you've never heard of. Have a deep conversation with someone, Try to solve a problem in a new way. What's your favourite way to challenge your brain? Share your ideas in the comments below. Let's inspire each other to stay mentally sharp. But mistake number 4 is happening in kitchens everywhere, and it's stealing energy and health from millions of seniors. 4. Don't neglect proper nutrition and hydration, the eating habits that are stealing your energy. Vernon used to be a great cook, but at 83, living alone felt pointless to prepare real meals. He survived on frozen dinners, tinned soup, and whatever was easiest. He told everyone he felt fine, but his family noticed he seemed tired all the time, his skin looked pale, and he'd lost significant weight. His doctor's diagnosis was simple: malnutrition in America in 2024. This is more common than you think. When cooking feels like too much work, when your appetite decreases, when you're grieving and food has lost its appeal, it's easy to fall into dangerous eating patterns. But poor nutrition after 80 isn't just about losing weight. It's about losing life itself. Your body needs more nutrients now, not fewer. Your digestion has changed, your medication might interfere with nutrient absorption, and your decreased activity means every calorie needs to count more than ever. Here's how to eat for energy and longevity. Focus on protein at every meal. Your muscles are depending on it. Greek yogurt for breakfast, a handful of nuts for snacks, fish or chicken for dinner. If chewing is difficult, try protein smoothies or soft-cooked eggs. Batch cooking is your secret weapon. Spend one morning a week preparing portions you can freeze. Make a big pot of vegetable soup, cook several chicken breasts, prepare containers of cut vegetables. Future you will thank present you. Hydration is critical but tricky. Your thirst sensation decreases with age, but your need for water increases. Keep a large water bottle visible and aim to refill it twice daily. If plain water is boring, try herbal teas, water with lemon, Oregon. Diluted fruit juices. Don't eat alone if you can help it. Invite a neighbor over, video call family during meals. Oregon, eat at community centers. Food tastes better and digestion improves when meals are social experiences. Watch for medication interactions with food. Some drugs work better with food, others without. Calcium supplements can interfere with some medications. Ask your pharmacist for a complete list of food and drug interactions. Consider a senior meal delivery service if cooking becomes overwhelming. Many are covered by insurance and provide balanced, portion-appropriate meals designed for older adults. What's your biggest nutrition challenge right now? Let's help each other in the comments section. Share your struggles and solutions. The fifth mistake involves something you might think keeps you safe, but it's actually putting you in grave danger. 5. Don't become overly cautious about physical activity. When playing it safe becomes dangerous. Stella was terrified of falling after her neighbor broke a hip, so at 81, she decided to play it safe. She stopped her daily walks, quit her water aerobics class, and spent most days in her recliner. Within 3 months, she could barely climb her front steps. Her legs had weakened so dramatically that the very thing she feared, falling, became inevitable because she'd lost the strength and balance to prevent it. This is the cruel irony of aging. The more you try to protect yourself by avoiding movement, the more dangerous your world becomes. Inactivity doesn't prevent falls, it guarantees them. Here's what happens when you stop moving. Your muscles begin shrinking within 72 hours. Your balance deteriorates rapidly. Your bones become brittle. Your cardiovascular system weakens. Your mood plummets. You're not protecting yourself. You're accelerating every aspect of aging. But I'm not suggesting you run marathons or lift heavy weights. Smart movement after 80 is about maintaining what you have and gently challenging what you've lost. Start with chair exercises if standing feels unsteady. Seated leg extensions, arm circles and gentle twists keep your joints mobile and muscles active. Even 5 minutes twice daily makes a dramatic difference. Walking remains the perfect exercise, but modify it for safety. Use a walking frame or stick without shame. They're tools for freedom, not symbols of weakness. Walk in well-lit areas during daylight hours. Mall walking is excellent for weather protection and social interaction. Balance exercises are crucial. Stand behind a sturdy chair and practice standing on one foot for 10 seconds, then switch. Do heel-to-toe walking along a hallway wall. These simple exercises can prevent devastating falls. Swimming or water aerobics is ideal if you have access to a pool. Water supports your joints whilst providing excellent resistance training. Many community centres offer senior-specific water programs. Strength training doesn't require a gym. Use soup tins as weights, do wall press-ups, or invest in resistance bands. The goal isn't building bulk, it's maintaining the muscle mass you need for independence. Listen to your body, but don't let fear make decisions for you. Some stiffness and mild fatigue after exercise is normal and actually beneficial. Sharp pain or severe breathlessness means stop and consult your doctor. Movement is medicine, and you have more capability than you think. Your body wants to move. It's designed for activity, not stillness. What physical activity do you miss most? Share your story in the comments below. Let's motivate each other to keep moving. But mistake number 6 involves the people you trust most, and it might be the most heartbreaking mistake of all. 6. Don't isolate yourself from family and community. The loneliness epidemic that's literally killing seniors. Eugene lost his wife of 56 years when he was 79. The grief was overwhelming, but instead of reaching out, he withdrew. He stopped answering the phone, declined dinner invitations, and avoided his usual haunts where friends might see him struggling. I don't want to be a burden, he told himself. Within a year, his health had deteriorated so rapidly that his family barely recognized him. Eugene wasn't just grieving, he was dying of loneliness. The science is terrifying. Chronic loneliness increases your risk of premature death by 26%. It's equivalent to smoking 15 cigarettes a day. It increases dementia risk by 40%, heart disease by 29%, and stroke by 32%. Isolation isn't just emotionally painful, it's physically deadly. Your brain is wired for connection. When you're isolated, stress hormones flood your system, inflammation increases, and your immune system weakens. Depression follows, which creates a vicious cycle of further withdrawal. But here's what Eugene didn't understand. People want to help. They want to spend time with you. Your presence matters more than you realize, and your wisdom is desperately needed by younger generations. Maintaining connections requires intentional effort, especially after major losses. Start small. Call one person every day, even if it's just for 5 minutes. Join one group activity weekly, senior centers, religious organizations, hobby clubs, or volunteer opportunities. Technology can be your lifeline, not your enemy. Video calls with family make you feel more connected than phone calls alone. Online communities for your interests can provide friendship and support. Don't let technology intimidation keep you isolated. Ask for help learning. Transportation barriers are real, but not insurmountable. Many communities offer senior transportation services. Ride-sharing apps like Uber have senior-friendly options. Some family members would love to help, but don't know you need it. Ask. Create routine social interactions. Schedule weekly coffee with a neighbor. Join a walking group or attend regular religious services. Consistency builds relationships and gives you something to look forward to. Consider getting a pet if your health and housing allow it. Dogs and cats provide companionship, routine, and conversation starters with neighbors. Many seniors find renewed purpose in caring for a pet. Volunteer work combats isolation whilst providing meaning. Libraries, schools, hospitals, and charities need your experience and wisdom. Helping others helps you feel valuable and connected. If grief or depression make socializing feel impossible, seek professional help. Counseling isn't a sign of weakness, it's a tool for healing. Many counselors specialize in late-life transitions and losses. You matter more than you know. Your stories, your experience, your presence, they all have value. People need you even when it doesn't feel that way. How do you stay connected with others? Share your tips in the comments below. Your ideas might help someone who's struggling with loneliness. But the seventh mistake happens when you're trying to be independent, and it could actually cost you the very independence you're trying to protect. 7. Don't refuse help when you need it. The pride that could cost you everything. Maxine had always been fiercely independent. At 85, when her arthritis made grocery shopping painful and her eyesight made driving scary, her daughter offered to help. "I can manage fine on my own," Maxine insisted, even as her refrigerator grew emptier and her world grew smaller. Her pride kept her from accepting help until a minor fall left her on the floor for 6 hours, unable to reach the phone. That's when she realized her stubborn independence had become a dangerous dependence. This is perhaps the hardest truth about aging. True independence often requires accepting interdependence. The goal isn't to do everything yourself. It's to maintain control over your choices and dignity whilst getting the support you need to thrive. Pride can be a killer after 80. When you refuse help with driving, you risk accidents. When you insist on climbing ladders to change light bulbs, you risk falls. When you struggle with medication management, you risk dangerous errors. Your pride isn't protecting your independence, it's threatening it. Here's how to reframe help-seeking as wisdom, not weakness. Accepting assistance with difficult tasks preserves your energy for things you enjoy. Letting someone drive you to appointments keeps you mobile and safe. Having help with household chores gives you more time for relationships and hobbies. Start by identifying what you truly need help with versus what you want to maintain control over. Maybe you can still cook, but need help with grocery shopping. Perhaps you can manage medications, but need assistance with yard work. Be strategic about where to accept help. Choose your helpers wisely. Family members who live nearby, trusted neighbors, professional services, or community volunteers all have different strengths. Match the helper to the task and your personality. Maintain dignity by setting boundaries and expressing preferences. You can accept help whilst still being in charge. I'd appreciate help with groceries, but I prefer to choose my own produce. Thank you for driving me, but I'd like to keep my regular appointment time. Consider professional services for sensitive tasks. Sometimes it's easier to accept help from someone you're paying than from family members. Home care services, meal delivery, housekeeping, and transportation services can provide assistance whilst preserving family relationships. Make it reciprocal when possible. Share your wisdom, stories, or skills with those who help you. Offer to pay for petrol when someone drives you. Bake biscuits for helpful neighbours. Reciprocity maintains your sense of contribution and value. Plan ahead for increasing needs. Research services in your area, understand insurance coverage, and have conversations with family about future scenarios. Planning gives you control even when you need more assistance. Remember that accepting help gracefully is actually a gift to others. People feel good when they can help someone they care about. Your willingness to receive assistance strengthens relationships and creates meaning for both parties. Independence isn't about doing everything alone. It's about making informed choices about how you want to live. Smart seniors know when to ask for help and how to accept it with grace. What's the hardest thing for you to accept help with? Share in the comments below. You're definitely not alone in this struggle. But now we come to the eighth and final mistake, and this one surprises everyone. It's something most people avoid thinking about entirely, but it could be the difference between dying with dignity and losing control of your final chapter. 8. Don't neglect planning for future care needs. The conversation no one wants to have, but must. Louise was 83 and sharp as ever when she had a massive stroke. In an instant she couldn't speak, couldn't make decisions, and couldn't tell anyone what she wanted. Her children, who'd never discussed end-of-life care with her, faced agonizing decisions about treatments, living arrangements, and finances. What should have been a time for love and support became a nightmare of guilt, conflict, and uncertainty. Louise recovered partially, but she spent her remaining years receiving care she never would have chosen, in a place she never would have picked, draining savings she'd hoped to leave her grandchildren. This is the mistake that breaks families and destroys legacies, failing to plan for the inevitable. Every single person over 80 will eventually need some level of care assistance. Every single person will eventually die. These aren't morbid thoughts, they're life realities that require practical planning. But here's what's beautiful about end-of-life planning. It's not about death, it's about ensuring your life continues to reflect your values even when you can't advocate for yourself. It's about giving your family the gift of knowing exactly what you want. Start with advance directives. A living will specify what medical treatments you want or don't want if you can't communicate. Do you want aggressive life support, feeding tubes, resuscitation efforts? These decisions are deeply personal and only you can make them. Designate a healthcare power of attorney, someone who will make medical decisions if you can't. Choose someone who understands your values, can handle stress, and will advocate for your wishes even when it's difficult. Plan your financial power of attorney carefully. This person will manage your finances if you become incapacitated. Consider naming co-agents or requiring dual signatures for major decisions to prevent abuse. Discuss your care preferences honestly with family. Do you want to stay in your home as long as possible? Are you open to assisted living? What would make you feel most comfortable and dignified? These conversations are gifts to your children, removing guesswork from emotional decisions. Research care costs and insurance coverage now, whilst you can think clearly. Long-term care insurance, Medicaid planning, and veterans benefits all have specific requirements and waiting periods. Don't wait until you need care to understand your options. Create a detailed plan for your home, possessions, and legacy. Who gets what? What charitable donations matter to you? What stories do you want preserved? A comprehensive estate plan prevents family conflicts and ensures your wishes are honoured. Consider creating an ethical will, a document that shares your values, life lessons, and hopes for future generations. This isn't about money, it's about meaning. What wisdom do you want to pass on? What do you want to be remembered for? Have regular family meetings to review and update your plans. Your preferences may change, laws evolve, and family circumstances shift. Keep everyone informed and involved. Planning doesn't hasten death. It honors life. It ensures that your final chapter reflects the same thoughtfulness and dignity you've shown throughout your years. Most importantly, remember that planning gives you power. When you've made your wishes clear, you can relax, knowing that whatever happens, your life will continue to be lived on your terms. What's your biggest concern about future care planning? Let's discuss this openly in the comments below. These conversations help all of us face the future with more confidence and peace. Now let me show you what happens when someone gets all 8 of these principles right. Which of these 8 mistakes surprised you the most? Drop a comment below and let me know. I read every single one. If this video opened your eyes to changes you need to make, hit that like button and share it with someone over 80 who needs to hear this message. Your share could literally save someone's independence or even their life. Subscribe to our channel and ring that notification bell. Remember, your golden years can truly be golden. You deserve to age with dignity, health and happiness. Every day is a gift. Make sure you're living it on your terms. Until next time, keep thriving.